रजत जी, मैं आपका बहुत आभारी हूं। इंडिया टीवी के दर्शकों को मैं नमस्कार करता हूं।
इंडिया टीवी पर दुनिया के सबसे बड़े लोकतंत्र का सबसे लोकप्रिय प्रधानमंत्री और मीडिया इंडस्ट्री का सबसे विश्वसनीय चेहरा साथ आने वाले हैं। टेलीविजन पर फिर इतिहास बनने वाला है। आजादी के 72 साल में पहली बार प्रधानमंत्री का ऐसा इंटरव्यू, जहां हजारों लोगों के बीच रजत शर्मा ने नरेंद्र मोदी से डायरेक्ट सवाल जवाब किए। हजारों दर्शकों को मोदी से सीधे सवाल पूछने का मौका मिला। आपने मोदी के इंटरव्यू तो बहुत देखे होंगे, लेकिन ऐसा मेगा इंटरव्यू टीवी पर पहली बार रजत शर्मा के सवाल के साथ शनिवार रात 8 बजे आप देखेंगे।
आप पुलवामा हुआ, पाकिस्तान को पता था कि आप कुछ न कुछ तो करने वाले हैं, मोदी खाली तो बैठेगा नहीं, और पाकिस्तान ने पूरी तैयारी की थी उसको रोकने की, तो भी गए और बिना खरोंच हुए वापस आ गए।
उनको लगा था कि मोदी ने सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक किया था तो इस बार ऐसा कुछ करेगा, तो इसलिए उन्होंने सब वहां पर खड़ा कर दिया, तामझाम पूरा। इवन अफगानिस्तान की बॉर्डर से भी लाकर के यहाँ रख दिया। इवन बलूचिस्तान में जो है उनको भी लाकर के यहाँ रख दिया। सारे टैंक लगा दिए, राडार लगा दिए, सब लगा।
Growing businesses need a hosting solution that is powerful yet easy to manage. Let's look at how business hosting is a simple yet powerful solution over shared hosting and VPS. Meet Joe. He commutes to his business on the bus. The bus is affordable, but Joe must adapt to the bus route and schedule, and he has to share space with other passengers. Shared hosting is similar. It's an affordable solution where you share server space with other websites, and it works great for basic sites with a low to moderate number of visitors. If Joe needs more space, power, and control, he can drive a car. Of course, he needs to know how to drive and maintain a car. VPS hosting is similar. There's no sharing of power or resources, and you get control over the server. But at the same time, it requires advanced technical skills. If Joe doesn't want to deal with the complexity of maintaining a car, he can commute by taxi. He gets...
अब हम बजरंगबली की जय कर करके ऊपर से चले।
2014 में जब नरेंद्र मोदी टेलीविजन इतिहास के सबसे पॉपुलर और पसंद
Tonight, in what has become an election year tradition for 60 Minutes, conversations with the major party candidates for president and vice president of the United States. Later, Norah O'Donnell interviews former Vice President Joe Biden and his running mate, Senator Kamala Harris. But we begin with President Donald Trump and Vice President Mike Pence. I spoke with the president on Tuesday in the Roosevelt Room at the White House.
The story will continue in a moment.
We had prepared to talk about the many issues and questions facing the president. But in what has become an all-too-public dust-up, the conversation was cut short. It began politely, but ended, regrettably, contentiously.
It's really good. It's been.
Are you ready for some tough questions?
You're going to be fair.
I'm going to be fair.
Just be fair.
But you're okay with some tough questions?
No, I'm not.
You're not okay with tough
I want him
questions?
to be fair. You don't ask Biden tough questions. So. Okay.
You ready? Everybody ready? So we have the pandemic. On your watch, we've had racial strife. We've had looting. Why do you want this job? Why do you want to be president again?
Because we've done a great job, and it's not finished yet. And when I finish, this country will be in a position like it hasn't been maybe ever. The economy is already roaring back, and other people aren't going to bring it back. Certainly the person that we're dealing with is not going to bring it back. They're going to raise taxes.
Let me ask you what you think the biggest domestic priority is for you right now.
Well,
Or next year.
ultimately, let me, and I'll tell you, it was happening. We created the greatest economy in the history of our country, and the other side
You
was
know
coming
that.
in.
You know that's not true.
It is totally true.
No.
It isn't. But President Trump did have an impressive string of economic accomplishments.
We had the best stock market price ever, and we're getting close to that price again. The unemployment numbers for African Americans, for Asian Americans, for Hispanic Americans, virtually every number was the best. And what was happening is things were coming together.
Well, I asked you, what's the priority? I mean, those are all the good things. What do you have to solve?
The priority now is to get back to normal, get back to where we were, to have the economy rage and be great with jobs and everybody be happy. And that's where we're going, and that's where we're heading.
And who is our biggest foreign adversary?
I would say China. They're an adversary. They're a competitor. They're a foe in many ways, but they're an adversary. I think what happened was disgraceful. It should never have happened. They should never have allowed this plague to get out of China and go throughout the world. 188 countries. Should never have happened.
4 years ago, you were behind in the polls, as you are now, and you pulled it out. But this time you have kind of a double migraine. You have unemployment claims going up. You have COVID cases going up. I mean, it's like the gods have suddenly decided to conspire against you.
I don't think so at all, no. I think we've done a great job with COVID.
Sir, excuse me, cases are up in about 40 states.
You know why cases are up also? Because we do more testing. The fake news media loves to say cases are up. The fact is we've done a very, very good job.
Cases are up?
We have done, that's right, because we're doing so much testing.
There is increased testing. But according to the COVID tracking project, that doesn't account for all of the rise in new cases sweeping the country or the 40% increase in hospitalizations in the past month. When you're out there saying we've turned the corner, this thing is disappearing,
That's
and
right.
people can see cases going up all over in the Midwest, in the Mountain West. Record numbers of cases in some states.
We understand the disease. We understand the elderly, and we are taking care of them like nobody's ever taken care of them. So we are taking care of our people.
Okay, let me ask you something about suburban women.
Yeah.
Suburban women, will you please like me? Remember? Please. I saved your damn neighborhood, okay?
You said the other day to suburban women, will you please like me, please, please?
Oh, I didn't say that. You know, that's so misleading the way I say jokingly, suburban women, you should love me because I'm giving you security and I got rid of the worst regulation. See, the way you said that is why people think of you and everyone else as fake news. I said kiddingly, suburban women, you should love me. I got rid of a regulation that would bring low-income housing into suburbia that is that would destroy suburbia. And I said that in a joking way. The way you have it, it's like, oh, like I'm begging. I'm kidding. Play it, and I'm kidding. That is such a misleading question, Leslie.
But you're behind with suburban women in the polls.
I doubt it. I doubt it. I really doubt it.
One of the reasons is that they don't feel you're being upfront about the pandemic. Are you deliberately downplaying it?
We're doing well. We're doing well. We understand the disease. We've done a good job. We've done maybe a great job. What we haven't done a good job on is convincing people like you, because you're really quite impossible to convince, but that's okay. And the economy now is coming back, and it's coming back very strongly. And people see that, Leslie.
There are more unemployment claims. I mean, the economy has kind of
Leslie, we just picked up 11.4 million jobs. It's the largest number in the history of our country.
It is true that of the 22 million jobs lost since February, 11.4 million have been restored. Yet unemployment claims are running at historically high levels. But the president sees the economy as his strongest suit.
Gallup did a poll. 56% of the people said that they're better off now during a pandemic than they were during Obama and Biden. 56%. It was a record number.
Can we go back for 1 second to the pandemic? Because you called Dr. Fauci and other health officials idiots.
Where did I call him an idiot?
You called them idiots. I wonder if you
he's been wrong a lot. I like him, but he's been wrong a lot.
I wonder if you think that masks don't work.
I feel masks possibly work. But certainly you want to stay away a certain distance, socially distance, etc. But I would say a mask works, and I have nothing against masks, and I tell people to wear masks. I have
Well,
no
tell
problem.
me then about these rallies you've been having.
A lot of people are
with
wearing
people,
masks,
A
and
lot
they're
of people
outside.
aren't. I'm watching all these people jammed in together, and I'm seeing most of them without masks. And I'm wondering the message that you're sending with these pictures coming across
Take a look.
television.
Yesterday, we were in Arizona, record-setting rallies, numbers of people like nobody's seen before.
You used to have bigger rallies.
No, these are much bigger than I ever
Okay,
had.
I don't want to bicker over that.
You know,
Tell me
you're
about
so
the mask
negative.
wearing.
You're so negative. These are the biggest rallies we've ever had. You just come in here with that negative attitude. These are the biggest rallies we've ever had.
But I can't believe after what happened in the Rose Garden here, after the announcement, with all the people getting sick, that you are not being more strongly encouraging about wearing masks at your rallies.
I tell people to wear
But you
masks.
don't.
Leslie, we hand out thousands of masks.
But you
at
look
every
out and they're
rally.
not wearing them. You don't get up there and say, look, come on.
Go
I
ahead.
don't want
What's
you to
What's your
get
next
sick.
question, Leslie? We're outside. The rallies are bigger than they've ever been. There's more enthusiasm than we've ever had. There has never been anything like what you're witnessing now, and you'll see that soon.
Okay, I'll ask you another health question, okay? I told you, okay. You promised that there was going to be a new health package, a health care plan.
Yeah.
You said that it was going to be great. You said it's ready, it's going to be
will
ready,
be.
it'll be here in 2 weeks, it's going to be like nothing you've ever seen before, and of course we haven't seen it. So why didn't you develop a health plan?
It is developed. It is fully developed. It's going to be announced very
When?
soon when we see what happens with Obamacare.
If the Supreme Court ends this, Obamacare,
Well, we're going to have to see what happens. I hope that they end it. It'll be so good if they
and
end
if they end
because
it, people with pre-existing conditions will be stranded. And that's just a fact.
It's wrong. It's
No.
wrong. A new plan will happen.
But will.
And we won't do anything, will and is. We won't do anything and no plan unless we have pre-existing conditions covered.
With little more than a week till the election, the president has been barnstorming the swing states where the polls are tight, including Florida, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and here in Michigan. Can you characterize your supporters?
Yeah, I think I can. People that love our country more than anything else, and they like to see our country thrive.
But do you think that when you hold rallies and encourage people to say, lock her up, the way you
I don't encourage them. They say it.